Guys, today we have an important video. The markets are about to take another sharp turn, and we have one of the largest banks in the world about to get evaporated potentially. I'm gonna talk about what implications that's gonna have on the market. I will clue you in as to everything you need to know right now. Why are we seeing banks crash left and right? Is there actually a more apparent agenda that doesn't meet the eye, but it is going to be very clear in hindsight? Well, I'm going to lay out my theories in today's video. I'm going to talk you through what I think is going on right here, right in front of our eyes, although it's hard to recognize if you do not know what to look out for. So, welcome back everybody. My name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you are new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. And let's begin on the charts, because on the charts, we can see that we have had a massive pump, of course, for Bitcoin, but we didn't manage to break above the bold orange line, which I was warning you about as we were right on it. I warned you on Twitter, and even yesterday, I was warning you about this bold orange line. Massive resistance for Bitcoin, a little bit of a breather. The good thing is that the orange box is still holding up the Bitcoin price here. So this orange box, as you know, these are not a thing to be messed with. These can hold up the Bitcoin price, even in very harsh conditions where Bitcoin is basically at a complete free fall, like right here, it was holding up the Bitcoin price. So of course, the lower, like the lower orange boxes are stronger than the higher ones because we're at a higher price. But yes, this orange box is still holding up the Bitcoin price. Let me know down in the comment section, do you think that this is going to be able to hold up the Bitcoin price here for the next few days? Well, to be honest, it has a lot to do with what's going on in the general market. So the general market, you can see a little bit sideways right here, but we do have Credit Suisse, which is one of the, I think it's like the 34th largest bank in the world. So one very global actor, and they are in big trouble, guys. They are in massive trouble. The banking contagion continues to spread. And yes, they need to come out, and they actually had to come out a couple of days ago and said that they needed reassurances. They wanted reassurances from the Swiss government to come out and say that, hey, we are not going to let Credit Suisse collapse. So I guess they were suffering a bank run. They had to get money injected into the system, and now they got $54 billion as a lifeline. The question a lot of people are asking themselves, is this going to be enough? Because people are speculating that this is not going to be big enough for the bank to be bailed out. And in fact, tonight, in the middle of the night, the Bank of England had a crisis meeting. In the middle of the night, these guys had to wake up. They maybe had a cup of tea, and then they started to discuss this, because this is of global importance to the entire world, guys. Credit Suisse cannot fail, but if they are going to save Credit Suisse, well, it takes money. They have to inject money into the economy. And so this is what they are doing right now. So the money printer could be about to go absolutely insane as we see the banks fail one after the other. In fact, we also have the First Republic Bank, which is based in San Francisco. They were cut down to, or they were downgraded to junk by this firm, which basically grades different banks and such. So they are exploring strategic options, including a sale. So they are in big trouble. We will see about how this is going to unfold for this particular bank as well. But the contagion is spreading. We need to be on the lookout for all of this, because today is Thursday, tomorrow Friday, and then we enter into the weekend. And in the weekend, if we have a lot of uncertainty, Bitcoin is going to have big swings to the up and to the downside. So we need to be prepared for that, guys. And of course, if you want to trade that volatility, you're able to get up to $30,000 on Bybit, up to $50,000 on OKX. So make sure to take advantage of these offers. You got them in the description. You got these links. Let's continue. What are the market thinking about this right now when it comes to the Fed rate? Remember, most people, or the market actually, were predicting that by the end of 2024, we would have a Fed rate of 5.5%. This has now dropped. You can see in March 14th, people were thinking that by the end of the year, we would have only like call it 4.5%. Now the market is predicting that we're going to have just 3.5%. So in spite of all of this, because of all of these banks collapsing, people, the market, are now thinking that the Fed are not going to go as hard on the interest rates, because the reason or the catalyst for these banks failing is because the interest rates were jacked up too fast, too quick, and so these banks failed. So the market is believing that right now, that we're not going to see as high of an interest rate compared to what the market was believing just a couple of days ago. Now, the question is, of course, why are we seeing this happen? Well, I have my theory. We are seeing an attack on crypto by the US. We already know this, but maybe there is something bigger at play, because although it is a bank versus crypto world, it is also a bank versus bank world. So we know that people in power, crypto is an enemy to them because it disrupts their way of keeping control and making money, right? So the big banks, crypto is a way for people to opt out of that system. So it is, it makes sense that the big bankers, they do not like crypto. Now what we're seeing, in fact, also is that Signature Bank, remember, this bank was taken down. It didn't have insolvencies. It didn't have anything like that. It was still taken down in the middle of this because they were, and I'm quoting the board member from Signature Bank, because they were serving crypto companies. It was one of the 3 banks that were serving a lot of crypto companies, and it was taken down without reason. And the regulator now says that if someone is to buy this bank, they need to drop the crypto business. As you can see here, any buyer of Signature must agree to give up all the crypto business at the bank, the sources said. So they take down this bank without reason, from the surface at least, and according to the board member, they were not insolvent. So they take down this bank and they try to sell it. But if they are gonna find a buyer for this, the buyer has to agree on not serving crypto companies. So also, these other banks, Signature Bank, together with Silvergate and Silicon Valley Bank, they were taken down. But remember, the customers, they are going to end up at some other banks. So basically what this is doing, it's strengthening the big banks and taking down the smaller banks. And in particular, the banks that are serving crypto companies, which are against the agenda of these big banks. Can you see the writings on the wall here, guys? And Brian Brooks, which has actually been working for the US government before, he came out and said in an interview that the US government is using this crisis to choke off crypto access to banks. So again, this is part of a bigger agenda to restrict not only crypto, but the crypto ecosystem, the crypto-friendly businesses, and so on. So yeah, a bad look, and we need to be on the watch out for what's going on right here, guys, because they are going to be auctioning off these banks. They will be selling them either to another big bank, or even if they do not find a buyer of these banks, remember, the customers are going to have to, because everyone needs a banking account, unless you're doing crypto, which they're trying to destroy. Unless you are doing crypto and doing everything on chain outside of the traditional banking system, you need a bank account. And so if you get if Silicon Valley Bank is shut down like it is right now, well, these customers still have to find accounts at other banks, strengthening those banks. So you can see this concentration of power. And also, is it not fitting that the US Federal Reserve's real-time payment system is coming in July? So they're cracking down on crypto, they're cracking down on crypto-friendly banks, they're cracking down on this industry in general, and they are launching their own thing. This is going to pave the way for the central bank digital currency. So this is what's going on right now, guys. You're seeing this attack on crypto. Meanwhile, they're rolling out their own system to take even more control here, guys. I will update. Do you think that this makes sense? Do you think that anything of this makes sense, guys? Let me know down in the comment section. For me, it is pretty obvious, and it's disgusting to see, to be honest. Apart from that, I will keep you updated on the charts as well. Be aware of the weekend volatility, as we are seeing massive banks having big trouble here. Guys, that's what I got for you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.